Hey, so I wanted to make this video while it is fresh in my heart and my mind, and there is a bug in my car that I'm trying to kill, but I'm trying to drive safely. And preface this video by saying I am a Christian, and I know that there will be people who will watch this video who don't believe what I believe, and that's okay. But I attend an amazing church, which you probably have seen me post about a time or two, and we have an amazing ministry called Married Life that happens on Sunday nights at 6, and I highly recommend it for everyone. It's amazing. Obviously, if you're married, whether you want to come by yourself or you and your spouse are in unison about going, it is amazing. Crap, are you freaking kidding me? My battery's about to die. Again, I want to make this really quick while I'm in the car and, just talk about what happened tonight. And there was a couple who were giving their testimony, and just watching them, it just made me so just like I guess righteous indignation. Not really sure what that means, but I just feel like that's the right word. And a couple was giving their testimony, and in and through that there was infidelity. And do I believe that infidelity is the end all be all of a marriage, or just cut that's just it and you're done? Absolutely not, because I believe that beautiful things can come from that, and there is obviously a deeper there's a deeper level to why and what the infidelity came from. And I'm just looking at them. I'm looking at the husband who is completely repentant of what he had done, and the wife just completely still, I think this was like a year and a half later, still kind of reeling the pain of this event, and how even through the other side of it, and how joyful and just how amazing their marriage is now, even through that, I think I just spit, sorry, even through that, there's still pain. And a lot of times I don't think we understand the severity and the gravity of our choices and how they don't just affect us. Now, this man was, a man who is very in tune with his feelings, who is not ashamed or afraid to cry, and he showed that. And it's just amazing how so many times, again, we think that our choices don't affect other people. Our choices are, this is what I want to do, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. And there's just so much more to it than that. And how so many times in society we say, oh, I'm not happy, so now I'm gonna go do this, and then you do that, and it's like, well, that wasn't satisfying, and you go on to the next thing and the next thing, and you truly don't have that fulfillment. Like, what are you doing? And I think what stood out to me most was the fact that even when the husband thought that this is what he wanted, even when at one point they were just kind of living separate lives, they weren't happy. They weren't crap, this freaking bug. They got to a place where, and they knew beforehand that their relationship with God was lacking. They knew that they needed to be in right relationship with him before they can even be good spouses to one another. And I just think so many times we just try to cover things up, and we try to oh my god, crap, this video is becoming longer than I expected it to be because I'm killing a bug. But hopefully I'm making sense, because I think so many times we just want to do things that please us, but our desires change, our goals change, our feelings change, and we need to know who we are and whose we are before we just go and just do whatever we want, as far as relationships and all of that. But I think a lot of times we don't know that, so we make all of the wrong choices. And I think so many times, again, in society, we just say, oh, I'm not happy, so I'm going to go kind of do my own thing. But you're not really happy. You can go to the next relationship. You can go to the next house and to the next car and to the next thing. But if you aren't solid in you and your relationship with God, you're just going to, sorry, I think the bug fell on me. You're just gonna kind of go through the motions and just not be fulfilled, and you're just gonna again make all the wrong choices and just feel empty. And oh my god, this video is long. You're gonna feel empty and just your choices don't just affect you. And I really want to hear from you guys who maybe you've gone through a rough patch just in life. It doesn't have to be a marriage, doesn't have to necessarily be a emotional relationship. It can be a relationship with your parents or whatever. How many times do we go to something else because we're not happy and that doesn't satisfy us? When do we get to a point where we are solid in our relationship with God, so then we can make the right decisions with our spouses, with our kids, with our peers, with the people around us? Again, our choices don't just affect us, they affect the people around us. And it was so evident how sorrowful this husband was, and how even a year and a half later, they're still kind of hurting from the effects of their choices, because this is what I want to do, or this feels right, and we don't think of the consequences later on. So I just want to hear from you, like, what do you do when X isn't working? Not an X, but what do you do? And are you solid in yourself to know who you are and whose you are, and to make the right choices? So I just want to put that out there and see, what you have to say. And is infidelity, is that the end all be all to the end of a marriage, or do you work through that and you get healed? Because of course healing needs to take place whether you decide to work on it or not. So I just kind of want to ask, see what you guys say about this video, and let me know. Comment below and share it, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. So battery's about to die, so I've rambled on long enough, and hopefully you had some kind of laughter in the fact that I killed a bug and it got on me. So talk to you later. I want to hear your comments.